Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to all the NeoMatrixology subscribers tuning in. You are always appreciated. In this video, we are going to talk Matrix Resurrections with the absolute heaviest dose of Matrix University spoilers. Many questions about the cast and characters that we've asked in previous live streams will finally be answered today. So you want to watch this video until the very end for sure. And if this is your first time down here, or you want to know everything about the Matrix universe, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future yellow-pilled content. What is real? How do you define real? I'm going to tell you a story about a very real dream I had this morning. In this dream, the Merovingian came to me. He had successfully taken the Oracle's eyes, and with that power he bestowed upon me, major details of the Matrix Resurrections. So here is the disclaimer. No, I haven't seen the movie yet for myself. Though if you follow me on Twitter, you can see that I did secure my IMAX tickets already, and I will watch the movie before I head over to Project Matriculated on opening day. What I'm about to say in this video in no way violates any non-disclosure agreement because I didn't sign anything, and more importantly, I didn't see anything. I haven't seen the film. That said, I'm not going to focus too much on plot here because the good news is that even with all these prophetic visions, there are still several unanswered questions. But then the next question becomes, how can you trust me? It is a pickle, no doubt about it. The bad news is there's no way if you can really know whether I'm here to help you or not. So it's really up to you. You just have to make up your own damn mind to either accept what I'm going to tell you or reject it. Now that we got the obvious stuff out of the way, let's move on to the candy. The coolest part about this for me is finding out how much we got right in the previous videos and live streams, which was a lot. And if you are new here, I highly recommend you watch them all to get caught up because this video is going to focus more on the question marks we still had after talking about previous leaks. I'll leave a link to the live stream playlist in the description box. Let's start with the cast members from this image since it should take place pretty early on in the film. We have Jessica Henwick, whose character name we know is Bugs, and Sense8 actor Toby Onwumere, who we believe is named Zeke. Now, as we suspected in the live stream, Zeke appears in the Matrix as a hologram guide, which is why he is wearing Zion-like clothes from the real world. And you can see Bugs in this image getting into it with this sign, which was one of the question marks we had in our last live stream. Next, we see Ellen Hallman playing a program version of Trinity in what I believe might be a construct inside the Matrix. Either way, I don't think she is in the film that long. Early in the film, we should also see the agent version of Morpheus, which we've already discussed at great length in previous live streams, and on a side note, the agents can still access the white hallways. For the record, my original theory about this new iteration of Morpheus has held up for 2 years. It has already been put out into the internet that Bugs is responsible for reminding Morpheus of who he is, and frees him from his agent status with the red pill. Now, the specific details of this new iteration are still very cloudy, but it is believed that he was once constructed from old memories of Morpheus, and what I love most about that is that it is very similar to the origins of the General's Morpheus sim from the Matrix Online. We also already confirmed that Neil Patrick Harris is playing the analyst who is the replacement for the architect. It is believed that the machine-on-machine civil war that we see here in this image is an analyst flashback, as he explains that the previous truce brought about an energy crisis among the machines because of the large number of people who were freed. I would assume that the green-eyed machines supported the truce while the red-eyed machines were against it. After this conflict, the architect was retired and the analyst was brought in to find a solution. The analyst also has a black cat named Deja Vu, and this cat makes cameos throughout the film, so pay close attention when you see the movie, because I'm curious to find any Easter eggs that may be related to the Deja Vu cat appearances. We also know that Thomas Anderson is the analyst patient. Thomas Anderson works as a developer at the Deus Machina company, and Christina Ricci and Andrew Caldwell play his blue pill co-workers. I'm still not sure about Caldwell's character name, but he is friends with Thomas Anderson, and IMDb recently updated Christina Ricci's character name to Gwen DeVere. Both characters are probably not in the film for very long. Now, the projections we see of the original movie are supposed to be from the trilogy game that Thomas Anderson created. And probably that is the most validating part for me out of everything today, because in the Matrix 4 Audition plot leak video that I posted literally 2 years ago on this channel, I found audition footage where actors mentioned the quote trilogy in the dialogue. I knew there had to be something concrete in those lines, because the original Audition videos were deleted from the internet completely before I even finished uploading my video to this channel. I'll leave a link so you can see it for yourself. Now once Neo takes the red pill from Morpheus, that's when he can see the glitch of his RSI's appearance being an old man, and soon exits the Matrix through the mirror on the train. He is then retrieved from his pod in the real world by this ladybug looking machine. You will notice that there are other friendly machine models that work with humans in the real world, called synths. Now we also know Bugs is the captain of the hovercraft MNEMOSYNE, where Sense8 actor Brian J. Smith and Arundhira Ibarra are crewmates. I haven't found Brian J. Smith's character name yet, but apparently he is a huge Neo fan both in real life and in the movie. We do know that Arundhira Ibarra's character name is Lexi from her poster, and as a bonus, I do not believe that she will be playing any Cypher or Judas-like character. There should be a couple of different Zion ships shown in the film, and fellow Sense8 actor Max Reinmelt may very well be the captain of his own ship, but he certainly is believed to be a Resistance operative. Once Neo is on the MNEMOSYNE, he is returned to the training construct, and even the dojo training program where he spars with Morpheus. However, this time, the use of his powers inside the construct creates the explosion in the dojo, and that is what causes the sparks we were wondering about in this shot. And yes, I believe that is blood on his face. The crew takes Neo back to Io, which is the new Zion city above ground. In Matrix Online terms, that would make this new Zion, or Zion the Third, or Zion Revolutions. You get the idea. For anyone who doesn't know, IO means input-output in tech terms. Here, Captain Niobe is in her 90s, and I believe she has become the highest commander of this real-world human settlement. The light we see is artificial sunlight used to grow crops. There is also a statue of the original Lawrence Fishburne in IO to honor the original Morpheus. Actress Thelma Hopkins is believed to be playing an IO elder who is friends with Niobe. IO also is protected by a Wakandan-like shield. It is most likely an EMP force field. Which brings us to the next character we need to discuss, and that is Sati, played by Priyanka Chopra. Inside the Matrix, it is believed that Neo first sees her in a coffee shop not named Simulate. However, I was right about the lighting in this scene. It takes place in the real world, and it is believed that Sati is projected as a hologram in the Machine City to assist in freeing Trinity. Unlike Sati, the new program version of Morpheus appears like a Deus Ex Machina or 3D printed model in the real world, as you can see here in this image. Sati does not control the weather or display any specific powers in the real world or inside the Matrix. Apparently her father Ramachandra was killed because of his special project to retrieve Neo and Trinity and build these special pods. This is also very validating because around Halloween, I posted the Assassin Explained video, which shows the receipts on Trinity's retrieval having taken place in the Matrix Online. At the very least, the Assassin's memoirs remain canon, and our coverage of the subject was deadly accurate. Now I believe this shot is showing Jessica Henwick trying to help free Trinity from the real world by plugging into her. Unfortunately for Bugs, taking Neo earlier in the film put them on the machine's radar, and that's why you see all the machines flooding in an attempt to prevent them from taking Trinity as well. The analyst needed both Neo and Trinity in order to create a more efficient Matrix, but ruled it too dangerous to allow them to be together, which is yet another point we discussed in a recent livestream. The analyst also decided to purge the exiles from the system, including the Oracle, hence no Oracle in Resurrections. And he also purged most of the Merovingian's crew, which brings us to Lambert Wilson, who very accurately described his role in the interviews that we already covered on this channel. Lambert Wilson said that the Merovingian was down on his luck, which we now know means he is completely homeless and powerless. And he also said he studied some brand new French slang for the film, so I'll wait for the French-speaking Matrixologist to translate the dialogue for us. In English, however, I believe the Merovingian flat out disses Facebook, which is awesome. I also hope that means there won't be any real-world metaverse Matrix crossover media. Of course, the fact that the Merovingian even exists means that some exiles were able to slip through the cracks and avoid deletion, and that's where we should see Tiger Chen fighting Neo in the factory fight. We also know Jonathan Groff is playing some sort of new version of Agent Smith, but again, the details of his origin are still very cloudy. And no, the other exile in this shot is not Kryptos from the Matrix Online. In fact, I highly doubt there are any Cypherite references in the entire film, and truth be told, I'm not mad about that at all. But Neo is trying to free Trinity, who at this point still thinks she is Tiffany, and Tiffany's blue pill profession is repairing motorcycles inside the Matrix, which I'm sure Keanu Reeves thought was pretty cool. Anyway, Zeke supposedly locates her at a coffee shop that is named Simulate. Now before I forget, I want to mention the code eyes we saw in the trailers, and I do believe that this shows when a blue pill becomes activated as what we'll call for now a swarm runner. The analyst controls them, and he can use them like blue-pilled suicide bombers. But once Trinity accepts who she is and gets her powers back, Neo and Trinity both fly away together. So in the end, Sati isn't the new one, Trinity isn't replacing Neo as the one, if anything, they are both the one. But as I said in a previous live stream, don't spend too much time focusing on this who is the one label, or you will miss out on all that heavenly glory. There's a couple of minor things I left out of this video to avoid confusion, and we'll very likely discuss them in the next live stream, so like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. Don't forget to show off your hardcore Matrix fan status by ordering the custom Resurrection Code Sneakers. Be sure to purchase your tickets to Project Matriculated today so you can party with us like it's 1999 at Club Vibe. If you appreciate this kind of yellow-pilled content, be sure to follow at NeoMatrixology on other platforms like Instagram and Twitter. And remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.